Smoky skies, half moon. You can see from the position of the angle of the light on the moon that the sun is actually not below the horizon yet, but this smoke is making it dark. So I'm gonna get some sunset-ish and a little progress update on the work I've been doing. Sun's right about there. Some thick cloud cover too, but no rain. All right, so stacked and moved some of this brush that I cleared over to the point where I got before. Then I started cutting more. So all this here, I've been cutting down on the outside, making my way down here. I think the property line's actually about where that tree goes out, so I'm figuring out how I'm going to do this here. And pop down into here real quick. I've been through with the manual hedge clippers. I've been through with the battery operated DeWalt reciprocating saw. It's got a few of these guys here to cut down yet, but the batteries are dead, so that's it for today. So let me show you a little bit back here. Bunch of chicken wire here, not really sure what that was about. All right, so back in here, that's the area that I got to on July 4th, and I cut back through here. This is all dead and cut. There's a significant amount of this bush. This is honeysuckle. This is what happens when it really goes, is it gets really woody, really thick. Those are 4 and 5 inch diameter stems. And so I cut in through here and cut out all of that. I'm trying to get a better view here. This here, I believe, is of the Siberian elm as well, but it Dutched out like crazy. So I don't know if this is just a female tree and all the others are males or what the deal is. But some of these branches have leaves on them, and the tree is alive. So I'm going to be taking some measures to try and save this. So you can see here we got these guys all chopped out like a freaking jungle back here. I got all the way back through there on this side of it. So a real mess back here. I guarantee there's wildlife that roosts back here. Look at how big some of that is. That's all elm, I think. So this is where the tree line kind of gets chaotic. And also, though, I think there's likely foxes and or bobcat come through here. Raccoons at some point. Step through this shit. You can see back into here, it just is like a freaking wooded cave. And the ground back here is well beaten. So we're going to open this up a little bit. There's a ginormous cedar tree right there. And we got these guys here. So yeah, you can see where I've chopped into there. This was all done with the manual clippers, and I got a really nice blister. That's a burn from a different time. And yeah, so that's what's going on there. all the way back over to here. And we got some more here that I got to get yet. Some of these I think are actually the indigenous honeysuckle, and if I start learning how to tell the difference, I think I'm going to start leaving the indigenous. Right now I'm cutting down everything that isn't cedar, grapevine, or elm. And so I chopped through all of this. I got out a whole ton of stuff that was in here. These are the grapevines. Walk around over here. These are the vines I was showing earlier. Tons of them, and I got vine runners that were attached to branches sitting out here. I'm going to put something together to make kind of a trellis arch and bring them out over here so I can have grapes a little more accessible. I think the grapes are sour because they're growing in extremely acidic soil here, and it's still not completely cleared. I've got these guys sticking up all through it. And the last little thing I did, I was waiting on stuff to charge up. As I went through, see this branch here, came off there. I got the pole saw out with the 9-foot extension. And I went all the way down the line here. And anything that was reachable, I don't know if I can get that one up there or not, but everything else that was reachable has been gotten. So all the hangovers are kind of cut out too. It is definitely coming along. Sun's about to be setting. It's totally artificial light. It's even darker than that. So that's what it is. The only other thing that's been going on in my vicinity has been working on the body control module for this Chevy. Got the used component from a friend, sent it to me, didn't charge me for it, and total cost come to about 60 bucks. And turned out I was kind of getting the runaround from the mechanic shop that I was going to about it. First they made me an appointment, and then when I got there for the appointment, they're like, "Oh, we forgot to write you down. Sorry, bro." Well, the guy's not here anyway. And so then he got there and said, "Oh yeah, sorry, I spaced off. We'll get you set up for next week." And he explained the process, and he says it's like a Snap-on tool machine that you plug into the car and get on the internet, and then you have to set an appointment up, and then the people from Snap-on get on through the machine on the internet and reprogram the VIN number on the BCM to match the VIN number on the car. Except that it turns out that they supposedly won't do a used one. These guys keep trying to get me to pay $262 for a new part and a $250 charge to get it flashed to match this car. If you're keeping track there, that is over $500 they want me to spend to get that thing right. And meantime, this car cost me $700 total. So what I got is I've replaced the unit. I did the key relearn where you turn the key to the on position for 10 minutes. Well, you try and start it and it won't start. And then you put it into the off and then to the on position. You sit for 10 minutes. And then you take it and turn it off and then back on for another 10 minutes. And then you go off and then back on for another 10 minutes. And by the time you do that, the pass key for the key gets written into there so that you can start it. But what happens is I get this, which means that my car stereo, currently the radio is theft locked because the VIN on the vehicle and the VIN on the radio do not match the VIN on that box, which supposedly they can't overwrite. But everything else works. So I'm not paying $500 to get this radio to work properly. If anything, I can get a code supposedly you hit some buttons on this thing while it's locked and you get a code pop up and you write the code down and you call or email GM and they will for free send you a code to enter onto it that'll cause it to match up. So I think that's the route I'm going to take. And meanwhile, all the money I'm going to save up not working on this car, I'm going to spend on that car because I got stuff to do yet on that to have that be runnable. So anyways, all the gauges are working. The only thing that's not working is the radio. I still got to do a blower motor resistor because it doesn't kick in until 3. But that works. Kind of think I'm going to look into the cabin air filter while I got this thing open. Maybe that'll help with the AC a little bit too. You can see how dusty this shit is. But anyways, that's the only other thing going on is I got that working the other day. And so I'm dealing with not having a clock on my radio. Can't listen to the music. Although in accessory, I believe I can. Nope. Yeah, so, but there's a trick I can do to make it run an accessory, but it doesn't work once you start the car. So anyways, that's what's going on with it. Windows up just in case it gets dewy or rainy tonight. But anyways, yeah, so that otherwise totally works. I've been doing this out here since about 3:30. I got off of work. Look at that moon. Ugh. But yeah, it is even clearer than it was before. And the second, see, there's a cedar there and there's a cedar there, but I think there's like a juniper or I don't know, one of the other conifers that has edible tips on it. And it's where my other grapes are growing there. But yeah, so it's opening up pretty good. And all these trees here are, you see how shaggy they're getting up the sides. That means that they're definitely coming back in and they're going to kind of reach out and fill in the sides so that the windbreak is a little more of a windbreak. But yeah, so that's the end of today's work. I've been taking Wednesday off, Thursday off, work Friday morning dishes, and take Friday night off. And then that way I get 3 nights or afternoons worth of work done out here for the summer each week. And kind of keep my hours up either way. And then I can go in fresh and bright-eyed, bushy-tailed Saturday for my double shift. I guess in closing, we'll take it out on some truly gnarly looking spikes. The thorns have thorns.